Test, 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 test. Positive environment in which to enjoy today's competition. Welcome to Eagle Field, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles. Tonight's South Region match is between the Bob Jones University Bruins and your Pensacola Christian College Eagles. At this time, please stand for prayer and remain standing for the singing of our national anthem, performed tonight by the PCC Proclaim team.
Let's pray. Lord, we thank you for the opportunity to gather tonight to watch this game. We pray for safety upon the players. We pray for the spectators and the players to exemplify Christ-like conduct throughout the game. Thank you for the evening, for this opportunity. We thank you for these colleges, their history, and what they represent. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Coverage is provided by Baptist Healthcare and the Andrews Institute for Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider for Pensacola Christian College. To learn more about the outreach program and available sources, please visit andrewsinstitute.com. Starting tonight for Bob Jones, number 1, Luke Provenzano. Number 4, David Issa. Number 7, Bryce Ramler. Number 9, Noah Burkett. Number 15, Will Hodgkin. Number 17, Bucky Provenzano. Number 18, Samuel Gaddis. Number 19, Reese Solomon. Number 13, Asher O'Rednick. Number 14, Reed Bergen. And number 31, Justin Seeley. The Bruins are led by Coach Greg Fulton.
Eagle Nation, get loud as we welcome the starting lineup for your Pensacola Christian College Eagles! A senior from Mechanicsville, Virginia, number 0, Nathaniel Hickson. A sophomore from Vaudreuil, Haiti, number 3, Jacob Bundy. A sophomore from Plymouth, Wisconsin, number 13, Caleb Veldman. A junior from Reading, Pennsylvania, number 16, Reed Rhodes. A junior from Houston, Texas, number 17, Eric Romero. A freshman from Grand Bay, Alabama, number 18, Jamison Bryant. A sophomore from Pensacola, Florida, number 20, Jackson Clark. A freshman from Espírito Santo, Brazil, number 22, Samuel Lima. A sophomore from Waxhaw, North Carolina, number 26, Justin Loveland. A sophomore from Araxá, Brazil, number 30, Boaz da Silva. And a senior from KwaZulu, Tanzania, number 33, AJ Ndaisaba. The Eagles are led by Coach Joe Liwas with assistant coaches Mateus Kanata and Clint Peterson.
I want to welcome the fans at home to the Nest, the home of the Pensacola Christian College Eagles, for one of the highly anticipated matchup, not in just the northwestern portion of Florida, not just in the Gulf Coast, not just on Brent Lane, but for both of these teams' seasons. We have Pensacola Christian College with a 7-3-3 record, also with two players who recently received honors for National Player of the Week, Justin Loveland, the sophomore in our starting lineup, as well as Boaz da Silva. And they face off against Bob Jones University, the Bruins, standing at number 1 in the nation. 4-7-3 is their record, and a whole lot in stake. The potentials to have the number 1 in the nation, number 1 in the South region title at the conclusion of this game. We're looking for a very exciting matchup between both of these teams. Hello, this is Alvin Chapman alongside me, Caleb Welch. Caleb, I can see your energy here today. Not only just about 11 months ago, you faced off against this team here on this floor in the South Region Championship.
Yeah, this game is of utmost importance. I mean, both of these teams look forward to this game. This is marked on their calendars all year long, so this is an important game, an important match for both teams.
Clark will kick things off, and a big boot into the attacking third of Pensacola Christian College. The Eagles on a 2-game win streak. Bob Jones University on a 2-game losing streak so far in their season. A cross into the box gets batted back away. And as we mentioned, Pensacola Christian College and Bob Jones University, two members of the South region, two respected teams in the NCCAA. Bob Jones University and their senior night last week against Johnson and Wells celebrated the banner that they got this past season, the 2024 national champions. Caleb Welch, you're a part of the team for Pensacola Christian College, who was 2023 national champions. And in order to get to that game, you guys beat Bob Jones University at Toccoa Falls College 2-0 in a very impressive win. So you know the stakes of this matchup very well.
Absolutely, Alvin. This game is everything. Like I said earlier, I mean, these two teams usually only meet twice a season. Once at either here at Eagle Field or at Bob Jones, and then once in the region tournament, wherever that falls. So this game is always a really good indicator of what's to come in the postseason, because yes, this game matters for rankings, but at the end of the day, the team that makes it out of the region, that wins the region championship, that's the team that's getting the national championship berth.
Da Silva playing up very high, sent a strike and deflected off a defender for the Bruins. Odense and Ndaisaba plays it backwards. And here's Lima. And Ndaisaba, a transfer for Pensacola Christian College from another South region opponent. He's from Trinity Baptist College, now Trinity College of Florida, and he leads our team in goals. 7 goals on the season, 12 starts as well for the Eagles. How important is Ndaisaba to our team, and how important is it for him to potentially get things going in this game? Beautiful ball set up for Ndaisaba. The goalie comes out of his box, deflects it, and I believe a corner kick opportunity now for Pensacola.
Well, he almost answered your question right there, Alvin, for himself. I mean, he almost just got the first opportunity of the game, but Ndaisaba's been really important for the Eagles team this year. I would say for the last couple seasons, the Eagles have really lacked a goal scorer, a consistent goal scorer in their lineup. And so it's been really helpful having somebody who's come in for his first and only season with the Eagles, and he's been able to contribute a lot of goals for the team. So it's invaluable to have.
Romero had an assist, And a shot on its way, just deflected by a Bruins defender, setting up another corner kick. Eric Romero got an assist last game to Boaz De Silva on that right corner as well to get a 1-0 victory over Freed-Hardman University, a very talented NAIA roster who was 10-2-2 prior to entering the nest.
Yeah, that was such a grind from the guys. They put in a lot of hard work that game, and they were rewarded there at the end. But here comes another corner. We'll see if they can replicate what happened.
Romero sends it deep, and Boaz De Silva almost replicated the narrative from last weekend.
Yeah, they barely almost did it straight carbon copy, but man, they've done so well at using De Silva's height there in the box to create some really good opportunities. And I'm sure they'll be looking for him all night because from the looks of things, there's not going to be a defender who can challenge those headers.
Here comes some pressure. Now the ball accelerated forward on the foot of Clark. Clark tries to go inside. A shot from Feldman, just wide, right of the post.
Man, that strike looks immaculate off of his foot, Alvin. But man, what an opportunity for the Bruins. You can hear it from the bench. They're really encouraged right now. They want to capitalize on this momentum so far.
2 early offensive opportunities for Pensacola Christian College. Not even 5 minutes into this game, the Eagles are showing a lot of potential here. Nonetheless, the Bruins try to counteract here. 3 individuals in the box. A shot. Hickson to stop as well. Hickson with a 5-1 record when he's in goal. Him and Hammond have been trading positions, protecting the goal this year for Pensacola Christian College. Played in 6 games, started in all 6, 36 saves compared to Hammond's 34. And as I mentioned, a 5-1 record on the year. Talk about Nathaniel Hickson's capabilities to defend the goal there, Caleb.
Man, he's really improved. I'll say that. I mean, even in the last 4 years while I've been a part of the team, he showed great improvement, a great desire to learn. And, you know, obviously Bryce deciding to stay here for a 5th year, so I can tell Coach really wanted to reward the hard work he's been putting in to really improve being between the posts there. So it's been really valuable to have both him and Hammond as a part of the lineup potential. So it's been really good to see him improve and do well this year.
Loose ball, defended well by De Silva, and loses his man. De Silva to the turf. The Bruins now moving the opposite direction. De Silva back on his feet with a deflection.
Yeah, both teams, Alvin, are doing a very good job of pressing, very aggressive pressing. And, you know, it's honestly led to most of the opportunities that you've seen so far. There's been some gaps in the defense caused by that high press. So that'll definitely be something they'll look to exploit all night for both teams.
Hodgkins switches fields. Now an opportunity again for the Bruins. Ball finds the left post, deflected and now collected as well by Hickson.
Yeah, the Bruins will be encouraged by that opportunity, but I would say the Eagles did well to deal with things there, keeping a tight defense there. So hopefully they can keep that going and keep the saves as easy as that one was for Hickson.
Hickson keeps the ball on his feet, and he'll move it forward to the Offensive Player of the Week, Justin Loveland. Loveland, not a goal in the game against Freed-Hardman, but phenomenal man marking in that matchup. And a near mistake there by Jacob Bundy. De Silva finds Romero, and a clear that is very appreciative by our friend Caleb Welch here.
Absolutely, but like I said, Alvin, I've said this before, the context is really important for those clearances. So obviously that time I will say Romero did a great job. He realized that he didn't have a lot of options and the pressure was coming. So he did well to just get that ball into a safer space for the Eagles, and they ended up creating an opportunity here because of it.
Great organization in the midfield. Now a shot opportunity deflected once again by the Bruins defense, creating a corner kick opportunity for Pensacola Christian College. What a pass delivered there, I believe, by Odense and Diasaba. Has 1 assist on the year, potentially had a chance for number 2 as far as distribution is concerned.
Yeah, the Eagles have looked sharp in these opening couple minutes. Even though, like, very fast-paced game, they're doing well to maneuver the ball across the lines between the BJU defense, and they've created some good opportunities so far.
Here's another corner kick opportunity, Romero. His 3rd opportunity of the game. Will we go back post to De Silva? Not this time. And a great clearance there by the Bruins. Bundy taking time here. Feeds Clark.
It's a great ball there by Clark. Find that open man on the wing.
Here's the cross, and collected by the keeper for the Bruins. That's number 1, Luke Provenzenzo.
Yeah, another thing to watch for tonight, Alvin, is you're noticing both teams, I'm sure you'll notice eventually, are committing a lot of numbers forward. You know, they've got the high press going right here, as you can see from the Eagles, but even still, both teams committing high numbers up when they're on the attack. They're devoting a lot of numbers on the wings and centrally, so that can lead to counterattacks, as you've seen so far from Bob Jones.
Ramler feeds middle. A strike just left and deflected as well by the Bruins. Rather by the Eagles, creating a corner kick opportunity for the Bruins, their first win of the matchup.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they work their corners. Obviously, knowing that De Silva is in the mix, they're going to want to find an open space for either their best defender with a good header, or they're going to want to work the corner short. It'll be interesting to see how they work these tonight.
That was a shot there by Bryce Ramler. Now number 9 for the Bruins, Noah Burkett with the kick. And deflected again by Hickson. Actually not deflected by Hickson. It's going to be a goal kick, well defended by Pensacola Christian. And a very healthy crowd tonight in the Nest. Alumni homecoming happening at the same time as this Bruins game. But a lot of alumni, not just for homecoming, but also in the area in attendance for this game. Got a chance to talk to a few of my classmates from undergrad today, Caleb, along with many other students that have been students in the past and also students currently in the present, Caleb.
Yeah, it's always awesome to have a lot of people coming back into town, or even if they're just in the area, kind of coming back to campus, getting to reconnect with them. And alumni homecoming is the perfect opportunity for that. And I mean, I will say they're really smart for putting that at the same time as this Bob Jones game, because this rivalry is a very long-standing rivalry between these two schools. So I'm sure a lot of these alumni are appreciating this this match right now.
Loveland with the ball on his foot, sends it forward, nobody home. Provenzenzo with the collection. One thing I love about the placement of this game is that the Pensacola Christian College Bob Jones game is always on the same weekend as many other rivalries and contentions in the nation. Last year's basketball game happened on the same weekend as Duke and North Carolina. And today, Alabama versus Tennessee. Ole Miss also played, I believe, Georgia today.
Wow.
A lot of teams that are high contention. I guess you can even say healthy rivalries taking place in tonight's games.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of fans, even from those other teams, would appreciate the rivalry that we've got going on here. I mean, this rivalry runs super deep. It's been going on for a long time, but these two teams, you know, it's a bitter rivalry sometimes. I don't want to be too negative about it because there's always respect between the two programs.
Oh, absolutely.
But
Bob Jones having a very respectable athletic program.
Absolutely.
Bringing in multiple national championships from many of their athletic programs each year. But whenever we get a chance to go off and play against each other, it's always a golden treat. Oh, Dempsey and Diasaba just outside of the box, keeping his dribble alive, finding one of his teammates. Rhodes holds possession, gets space, shot deflected.
Yeah, that was very good work there by the defenders, just staying in front of Rhodes. He wanted to get the shot off, but they did well not to bite, not to stab at that ball. And just to keep the attacker in front of him. And Rhodes just not able to get the shot off like he would have wanted. It's good defending there.
Now a deep throw in. Bundy challenging number 15, Will Hotchins. Gets the ball out of bounds. Setting up a throwing opportunity here for the Bruins. One thing that's interesting about both of these teams' coaching staffs, Ian Lorenz, a former player for Pensacola, rather for the Bruins, on the coaching staff here for Bob Jones University, was a National Player of the Year awardee, I believe in 2021 or 2022. Can't specifically remember the year. I believe actually 2022. And then on Pensacola Christian College's coaching staff, you have national champion and also four-time All-American Clint Peterson on the coaching staff. Let's talk about how important it is for both of these coaching staff to have experienced players, and also not just experience, but champion-level coaching on their rosters.
Well, Alvin, it provides you with a great window into the player experience for each of these teams. You know, I'm sure the Bob Jones soccer player experience is very different from the Eagles. So, you know, having their former players on this team, not, you know, just any player, but one of their best players as part of their coaching staff now. Obviously, the insight they have tactically is vital, but then it also provides, you know, the social aspect of, you know, a soccer player's experience and how to manage each member of your team. It provides a good window into that as well.
De Silva will have it on his foot, goes to his outside back, Eric Romero. Lima receives it, quickly double-teamed, and a whistle from the center official, giving the Eagles the possession on a free kick.
Yeah, I feel like I mentioned it a lot, but the referee's always going to look to call those little fouls at the beginning. I know that's something commonly misunderstood about refereeing in soccer, but a lot of times the referees, they'll take things that, you know, it's borderline. It's not quite a foul, could be a foul, maybe not, maybe yes, and they'll go ahead and call it these first couple minutes because those are the ones that later in the game start to mean a lot more. And so if you can call those now, you'll prevent some overly physical play later on in the match.
Great creativity there by Clark, and able to get a scoring move here. Now Loveland will possess and lose the ball as well. Now an opportunity here for the Bruins. Here's number 7, Bryce Ramler on his left. Challenged now by Jamison Bryant. Great shot fake. Veldman will interrupt the offensive flow for the Bruins. Now on the foot of Issa.
Yeah, the Bruins just not quite on the same page so far. You know, they've had a couple counterattacks that have been well put together, but besides that, not really on the same page when it comes to through balls and passes like that. And obviously the Eagles will take that as long as they can, but they can't count on that being the case. I know on that counterattack just now, I saw some guys slow to get back, slow to track. So I would really appreciate to see a lot of these guys putting in the hard work. I mean, if this is the game that's going to mean the most all season, I want to see the guys playing like it, you know?
De Silva. In great positioning there by Ndiasaba. Maintains his dribble. Now Bundy. Here's a long ball from De Silva. Loveland tries to set up Rhodes and deflected.
It was actually a really dangerous ball right there. I don't think any of the defense was expecting Loveland to take that first time out of the air, try to loop one over to the back post, but with Reeds being there, defender can't take chances. It's those little creative balls that you were mentioning, Alvin, that those are the ones that can catch the defense off guard and create some opportunities.
Romero with his 4th corner kick of the evening. A quick flash there from Ndiasaba as well as Lima. They play it short here. The play interrupted by the Bruins. The Bruins try to work quickly off the free kick.
Yeah, that's a very good cut out there by Bundy. They tried to get that quick counterattack going with that free kick, but Bundy killed the momentum really quickly.
Now Samir Sequeira preparing to be the first person off the bench here for Coach Joe Lewas. The transfer from Central Wyoming College. Started in 3 games there, also netted in 2 goals. This season, he has also started in 13 games. Every single game except for this one has 3 goals on the year with an assist as well. Now Ramler gets interrupted. And the ball heading now towards the backyard of Norwood. And here comes the rain here, Caleb.
Yeah, it's starting to sprinkle a little bit. I know games in the rain can be an extra level of scrappy sometimes, to put it bluntly. But I know that this game is always going to be a physical match between these two teams, and we might see the rain affect that and make it a little bit worse. So it'll be interesting to see how that messes with the play of these two teams.
Hopefully the Eagle Nation can remain faithful despite the rain. especially with the crowd potentially being a 12th man on the floor and also the field. And honestly, the rain isn't even that bad. We're protected.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but
We started to see it coming down, but we don't feel any different. So
and now a ball played. Provenzano protected. Now the rain becoming to potentially be a factor here. Issa with the collection in the midfield. Hopefully this doesn't affect the connection as well for our viewers at home. And now many of the spectators seeking for shelter now. Caleb, now an opportunity collected by Hickson.
yeah, just a little bit heavy there on that pass, and Hickson will be glad if all the through balls he gets toward him are like that. But yeah, the rain really starting to come down now, and a lot of spectators. Hopefully we can keep that 12th man, like you mentioned, out here, because that's vital for this game every single year.
Bryant pressured. Tried to work a ball towards Rhodes. I was looking at the forecast prior to the start of this game, and there wasn't much potential for rain. I know a lot of wind would be the report. This is honestly the first soccer game I've ever broadcasted in the rain here.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a very interesting fact right there, actually.
Now an opportunity. Gets past this man. Hickson to stop. Can we get a clearance? We do! Nathaniel Hickson with a big-time save.
What a save that was, Alvin. I mean, he knew exactly where his attacker was trying to go by trying to just lift that ball over him while he's coming out. You know, he's going to go low to try to stop the ball underneath him, but he's going to know that he's going to try and lift that ball over. Just threw his hand up there in the air, and a perfect strong hand to allow his defender Bryant to clear. The Eagles escape without giving up a goal. That might turn out to be huge later on in the match.
Absolutely. Don't know who had a shot on that possession. Our sports information director, Braden Motter, having to relocate after the rain. And now a foul called for the Bruins. It's number 23, Asher Erednik. Bryant interrupted. Ramler with the stop. Issa with the ball in his foot.
Great tackle there by Bryant.
Bryant attacking towards the goal. An attempt to find Ndaya Saba. Pass too weak.
Man, the Bob Jones game is one of those games where even every defensive header from Boaz da Silva is going to be celebrated nearly like a goal. You know, those clearances can be so vital, and the fans are really understanding the importance of that, especially in this tense game tonight.
Now the rain has ceased. Game continues as well here in the Nest. Now the ball getting cycled on the Bruins.
Hoping you didn't
Back
jinx
line.
it, Alvin. Hoping you didn't jinx us with the rain.
And Ndaya Saba with the challenge. The Bruins getting the reward here as well. Gaddis. Hodgkinson getting challenged there by Bryant. Ramler to Hodgkinson. Just outside the box area. Shot on its way. Defended well thereby to Silva. And Ndaya with the ball played to Loveland.
That's a
Can he track it
perfect
down? Is he
over-the-top
onside?
ball right there.
He is. As you mentioned, a perfect over-the-top ball. Loveland the cross. Nobody home.
Man, that ball was put on a dime there in the box by Justin Loveland, but his runner just couldn't quite make it there. I mean, Caleb Veltman's coming from the deep midfield position, so you can't blame him for that run being a little late there, but man, a great attack there by the Eagles.
De Silva with the clearance. Now the ball on the back line for the Bruins. Provinzenzo keeps us on his feet. Finds his outside back as well. The Bruins doing a great job possessing on this offensive attempt. An attempt to find Issa. Touches Rambler's head first. Loveland with the challenge. And he'll be awarded as well a penalty. Not a penalty, but a foul. And now a stoppage of time as well. There's 21 minutes remaining in this first half. Will the medical professionals have to come out? They will. And we'll take a brief break as well, Caleb.
Subbing in for the Eagles, number 9, Samir Sikiera.
Samir Sikiera will come in for the captain, Reed Rhodes. Sikiera, the transfer from Central Wyoming College, had 3 starts in 1 season there. Now Issa knifing through the defense. And saved by Hickson, but not enough time. A corner kick available now for the Bruins. Now Bucky Provinzenzo, the freshman engineering major, preparing for the corner kick opportunity. Kept inside, rather outside of the playing field. And now a long throw-in opportunity here for the Bruins.
Yeah, these deep throw-ins can sometimes be a big factor in the attack for these teams. I know Eric Romero usually being the one for the Eagles taking these longer throw-ins. We'll see how deep this Bob Jones team can put the ball into the box. I'd like to go short, actually.
That's Justin Seeley with the throw-in opportunity. And offsides there for the Bruins. Welch, I believe you saw that prior to the ball being distributed.
Yeah, I have to say that's a pretty easy one to see even from all the way where we're at, right near the cameras. I mean, it's pretty obvious. You can see that he just he threw the ball in and kind of floated offside, just failed to watch the line. So pretty simple call there from the assistant referee.
Loveland keeps possession. Lima forward to Ndiasaba. Now a ball available for Lima. And let's see where he marks it.
I do believe he pointed to a free kick, Alvin.
Oh, man.
Right outside that box. Wow. Very crucial decision there by the referee.
Now a free kick opportunity to break the 0-0 equalizer. Not enough for a penalty kick, I believe. But just right outside the boxed area. Clark behind there, I believe Jamison Bryant as well. That was Justin Seeley on the foul.
And Jackson Clark with a good history of free kick goals in
Clark,
recent past.
just over the bar.
He's done well with those free kicks in those dangerous positions lately. He does a very good job of getting the ball up and down. You know, a lot of times the wall will be blocking that one side of the wall, but he does such a good job of having the right technique to get the ball up and down and make a dangerous opportunity out of each free kick.
Very strong touch, finds the foot of Issa. Bryant keeps it in bounds, goes between the legs of his defender as well. Possession will remain with Pensacola Christian, but David Issa with an injury on the pitch. Time is stopped as well due to Issa's injury. David Issa, the sophomore studying sports management at Bob Jones University, with 4 goals and 3 assists. Second in his team in assists, tied with Rambler, right behind Bucky. And he'll remain in the contest as well, Caleb. Now the drop ball will give the Bruins the possession. And advance forward as well by De Silva. Played back to Hickson.
You know, one thing I've noticed, Alvin, so far in this game, I would say from both teams, but obviously the Eagles being the team I'm looking at the most. You know, the past couple of years, Coach Lewa's putting a great focus on winning the 50-50 balls, the ones that are just in contention, no clear winner. Eagles doing a very good job of getting to those 50-50 balls tonight, putting in the work to win those balls, and it's led to a lot of good pressing opportunities for the Eagles.
Gaddis, defended by Odense and Diasaba, and Clark splits the 2. Now a promising attack here for the Bruins. Lima plays it backwards and now forwards. Here's Diasaba with a run here. Cuts inside and finds Bryant.
Very smart there by Ndiasaba, not to go for the ball, the aggressive ball on that, but to just play it safe, find that option out wide to his outside back, keep possession in a dangerous area.
Provenzano with the stop there, despite the great distributions here by Pensacola Christian College. Now 2 more substitutions prepared here for Pensacola Christian College. And a number 1 here as well for the Bruins. Number 27, Jackson Reinhardt, preparing to come into the game. Chris Martinez and Nicholas Clark preparing to enter the contest for Pensacola Christian College. And Fiston Issa preparing to check into the game here for the Bruins. Ball played and stopped there by Loveland. Loveland tries to clear it and loses his shin guard.
The Eagles defending well so far, but often losing track of this back post man. A lot of times you'll see on your screen a Bob Jones runner on this near side to us, finding a run down that left-hand side, oftentimes when the ball's on the far side. And the defender on this near side just not looking, not choosing to check his shoulder, as well as, you know, the winger not choosing to look. But the Eagles need to be aware of that run, and Bob Jones has done a good job of finding that and rewarding that hard work as well. So interesting to see how that develops.
Issa goes short here to Rambler. Lima loses it as well. Now a thrown opportunity available for Pensacola Christian College. Clark into the game for Pensacola Christian College on that left wing for the Eagles. In place for Ndiasaba Clark with a phenomenal freshman year with a number of goals coming off the bench for Pensacola Christian College. Fancy finish there, rather distribution for Clark. Now Gaddis with possession here. Here's a chance here for the Bruins. Ball played backwards and now forwards. Ramler trying to attack Bryant here. The cross muffled.
Wow. Bryant doing a very effective job there. Defending one-on-one. I mean, he had 3 guys looking to do some different combinations around him in his space and did well to stay composed, didn't dive in, did well to keep his composure there in his defending, and ended up resulting in our goal kick, which is a great result for a defender.
Martinez as well as De Silva. Lima with a near weak pass. Sekira tries to work at the sideline.
In these last couple minutes, Alvin, the intensity has kind of dropped off from the Eagles as far as runs off the ball. I would like to see that come back because in the first 10, 15 minutes of this match, Eagles were doing a phenomenal job of working off the ball, and that was what led to, we were saying in the opening minutes, committing so many numbers forward, having every winger and your striker and even your midfielders who are all the way up contributing an option to the guy on the ball. But that's kind of dropped off in the last couple minutes, and that's going to be necessary if the Eagles want to put together dangerous attacks throughout this match.
Here's Clark along the sideline. This play available due to the aggressive yet tactful defense by De Silva in the opposite box. Brought inside, collected by Provenzano, my apologies.
And that's such a creative look there from Lima. The vision to see that Veldman has so much space in front of him to be able to hit that ball, a little chip over the top, just a little bit too heavy. If he can dial that in, that can create some danger for the Bruins defense.
Clark receives it. Now a long throwing opportunity here for the Eagles.
And we know one of these long throw-ins are on the way right here, Alvin. There
Delivered into the box, and Provenzano with the collection. So far, a very entertaining game. 35 minutes in here, Caleb.
Yeah, I mean, this time has flown. I was just thinking, it feels like we just started. First whistle just blew, but here we are. Only 10 minutes remaining in this first half.
Deflected there by Hickson. Shot on its way. And just right of the post there.
Yeah, just lost a little bit of composure there. Hickson did with the ball at his feet. I know in a game like this, the pressure can get to you. You've got the ball at your feet. You've got an attacker barreling down on you to win the ball off of you, but he's just got to do better at getting the ball off of his foot. If he needs to clear the ball out of bounds, you got to do what you got to do. But just love to see a little bit more composure there from Hickson.
Now Angel Petrie Garcia preparing to check into the contest. Now a throw-in available for Issa.
Subbing in for the Eagles, number 4.
Feldman out of the contest. Petrie Garcia into the game here for the Eagles with just under 10 minutes remaining in this half. Petrie Garcia with 4 goals on this season, 2 goals against Carolina Christian University.
Yeah, had a really hot run of form there. started to get a little bit of time from coach, and he took full advantage of it. But honestly, these last few matches from Garcia, just putting in hard work. You know, that's the job of a striker. Even when the goals aren't coming, even when you don't get many touches, it's taking advantage, making the most of what you can get. And so Garcia been doing a good job of that so far this season. And you know, when that hard work is put in, the goals will eventually come, and you got to rely on that.
Ball played to Clark. He loses possession.
Yeah, just a few loose touches here from the Eagles, just not keeping a tidy possession of the ball.
Fiston Issa with possession. Now the ball played to the outside back. Now to Gaddis. Possession awarded also to the Bruins with just under 8 remaining. Here's Seeley. And a ball played available for Love when he runs it down. Loses his shin guard again.
I believe that's the third time, Alvin, if you're taking stats.
Issa with the brother on his right. Ramler will cross it and collect it as well by Hickson.
Yeah, it looks like the assistant referee called a goal kick anyway, so ball had already gone out. But another opportunity for the Bruins, kind of created by some defensive confusion from the Eagles, not staying organized back there, allowing runners to run between the lines and receive the ball. So they need to tighten up. They need to get that defensive unity back, especially for these last 7 minutes, because you know, the Eagles will want to go into the break with this scoreline or even one better if they could sneak a goal in these last 5 or so minutes.
Bruins possession along the left sideline. Deflected by Clark and also booted forward there by De Silva. Lima loses it. And Issa can't find his man. Clark. Can he be creative here? Holds possession. Now the ball in Norwood.
I believe that's our second ball of the day over in Norwood.
Some kid's going to have a great present tomorrow morning.
That's right. Right in his front yard. You know, it might end up at my grandmother's house right over there in Norwood. You never know.
So you'd be the kid with a great present.
That's right. I might have one of these balls by the end of the day.
Clark with a shot. It gets batted back for now another long throw-in opportunity. Romero with the ball in his hand. Romero with a deep ball collected by Provenzano. Provenzano, my apologies.
You know, sometimes those high balls straight toward the goal, they can be used as a test for the goalkeeper if you haven't tested him as far as shots concerned. You know, you can use those high, tricky balls to see if he's awake over there, and almost wasn't. Almost caught him sleeping.
Clark, the intended recipient there. With just under 5 minutes remaining in this half. Bryant steps into space and finds De Silva.
Yeah, composed couple minutes here from the Eagles. Hopefully they can take advantage of this possession. Here goes De Silva.
Loses possession, gains it right back.
He's not one of those players that's going to dribble up and lose it. He's always going to make sure that even if he loses it for a moment, he'll regain possession right back.
Ball chips to Ramler. Will Hutchins. Great pressure there by Petrie Garcia. And Sekira with the ball in space here. Sekira tries to dribble past his man and loses it.
Yeah, just held on to that ball a little too long. Had plenty of options, safe options and more risky options, and just chose to take none of them. So needs to get rid of the ball a little quicker next time.
I don't know if that was a pass or a shot, but that was just right of the post. Now number 6, Dio Onajoko, preparing to come into the game here for the Bruins. He comes to relieve number 23, Asher Erednik, the Bruins. Loveland loses it. Issa sends it forward.
Right there's another example, Alvin, of just a lack of runs there for the Eagles, causing the ball to be lost.
Stays on the foot of the Bruins. And De Silva with the ball. Sends it forward, finds Clark. He has options now. Here's a cross. Sent back by Issa.
Yeah, that's tough for Clark there because he's on that far side and he wants to send Garcia there in the middle, but I think he noticed he was just offside because as long as Garcia's behind the ball, he isn't offside, but looked like he was just ahead of it. So he'll need to make sure he checks his run to be an available option there for Nick Clark.
Just under 2 minutes remaining in this half. And heavy tension so far in this first half of play. Off the head of Petrie Garcia and Provenzano with the collection. Bryant clears it. And Petrie Garcia offsides.
Yeah, I believe that is a new rule, Alvin, that the even if the attacker slightly deflects the ball, as long as the intent came from a defender or another player to pass it to him, he still is technically offside. And I do believe that's what the assistant referee is calling that for.
Now just under a minute remaining. And Boaz De Silva laying all out for that block attempt. Now an attempt to work the sidelines. Now just under 30 seconds remaining. De Silva sends it forward. Is Petrie Garcia onside? He is. He tested the goal the first half last game. Here's a cross.
About 15 seconds remaining. Can they
Clark
make something of it?
Loses it. Now 7 seconds remaining. How fast can the Bruins make a counterattack? 2 seconds, 1, and there goes the conclusion of the first half of play.
Wow. What a half, Alvin. That was
Absolutely
incredibly exciting, tense, like you mentioned. These two teams are not going to be satisfied with the scoreline in these halftime discussions, so it'll be interesting to see how these two teams come back out, adapting to each other and making necessary changes to get the advantage in that second half.
Who will win, the number 1 or the number 2 team in the region and also in the nation? Who will take the number 1 spot? Who will advance and have one more game? We will see when we come back Please enjoy these promotional videos provided by Pensacola Christian College.
Want to get a head start on college? With the online dual enrollment program from PCC, you can do just that. Gain an affordable Christian liberal arts education with a biblical worldview, equipping you for your future degree. Open to rising sophomores and above, dual enrollment students can take up to 6 online courses per year that count toward both high school and college requirements. With over 30 courses offered fall, spring, and summer, choose to lighten your college load and, depending on your major, finish college early. You'll be able to fit courses around your schedule, a perfect way to complete many of your college liberal arts courses before you graduate from high school and step foot on campus. And the best part is, you'll only pay a fraction of what you pay for those same classes if you took them in college. Get a head start on your education today by visiting pcci.edu/dual enrollment.
Choosing a college is so much more than deciding where you're going to live for the next few years. It's choosing a culture, group of people, and academic standard that will shape you into the person you want to become. It's an exciting time, and when you visit campus, it gets even more exciting. It's your moment to get a feel for the atmosphere and community. Catch a game, sit in on classes, visit chapel, make new friends, and so much more. And now you can experience college life your way with multiple visit options. No matter when you come, you'll find a vibrant community influencing the world for Christ. You won't just blend in, you'll belong. So don't wait. See how you can experience PCC today.
At Pensacola Christian College, we believe in helping you reach your goals. And that's why we're dedicated to something we call the PCC Promise. We want to provide you with a place that you can achieve academic excellence based on a biblical worldview and give you an incredible experience, all at an unmatched cost.
Knowing the faculty here and knowing how much I felt like they cared about me, this is where I want it to be.
No matter what career you're going to go into, you need to know what God says, you need to make choices, and you need to be informed biblically.
It's very fun to just go out and hang out with a bunch of guys who are Christ-like.
I have a job on campus, which is a huge blessing.
And I also did have a scholarship because my parents were involved in ministry.
Then fourth year free comes along. You don't have to worry about it.
Our goal is to empower leaders to influence the world for Christ, and we would love to invest in your future.
As a reminder, please visit our concession stand for food, snacks, and refreshments, including Papa John's personal pizzas, drinks, and more. The second half of tonight's match will begin in just 5 minutes. The Andrews Institute for Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is proud to be the official sports medicine provider for area schools, colleges, and community organizations in Escambia and Santa Rosa counties. For questions about your healthcare needs or help with a referral, Pensacola Christian College's certified athletic trainer Stephen Halsey is available to connect you with Andrews Institute and Baptist healthcare providers. The game will begin in 2 minutes.
45 more minutes of one of the most intense contentions in the South region and also the nation. A matchup against the number 1 and the number 2 teams in the NCCAA. Pensacola Christian College standing at 7-3-3 against the Bob Jones Bruins standing at 4-7-3. At the end of the first regulation of play, the score is still 0-0, but despite the score, a very entertaining and also high intense, high intense and also forceful first half of soccer. Alvin Chapman alongside me, Caleb Welch. Caleb, what were some things that you noticed in that first half of play?
I mean, I've mentioned it a lot of times in that first half, but both teams pressing very high. You can tell that both of these teams really want to steal possession off of each team high up the field, so pressing very high, which has led to some counterattacks, as I mentioned. But then also, as the half wore on, it was interesting to see how both teams developed and how the Eagles were content to possess, sit back a little bit, and even the Bruins having a little bit of defensive and offensive unorganization, leading to some opportunities for the Eagles as well. So both teams showing signs of weakness, but also signs of some incredible strength so far. So we'll see how this develops.
Clark receives it from Ndaya Saba, but also a great challenge there by Gaddis against Clark. Ball advanced forward as well by Jamison Bryant. And as we mentioned, the Eagles have not beat Bob Jones University at home since my freshman year of college. That was 2019.
Wow.
And that game ended in a 2-1 victory for the Eagles. It was 1-1 heading into the first half. The Eagles got a very big goal to conclude that matchup. And the Eagles actually that year ended up winning the national championship in 2019. They also did it again in 2023 as well.
Yeah.
Now just 2 minutes in. My apologies. My microphone is having a bit of problems there. You probably even heard, because I didn't notice that you didn't have your microphone off, me say, did that sound weird to you? It sounded weird for the wrestling fans at home as well. And the rain comes down once again.
Seems a bit of a bad omen right now, Alvin, the rain. It's causing us some technical issues as well.
Now an opportunity here for the Bruins. And Bundy with the clearance. And we see all the umbrellas come out as well. Stoppage there by the center official.
You can see the rain coming down in sheets right now.
Hopefully we aren't losing connection as well.
Thankfully we've got the best seat in the house, Alvin. Absolutely. Yeah, unfortunate slip there by Clark. Looked like a kind of a promising attack, but just kind of fizzled out there for the Eagles.
Interruption as well there by Romero. Can you hear me now, Caleb? Just wondering.
I do believe I can.
Okay,
Mr.
awesome.
I think we're back in business here.
Absolutely. Here's Ndayasaba along the left touch line. Dribbles through his man. Tried to attack 3 defenders, but to no avail.
Yeah, that's a classic example right there of not getting the man-on shout. You know, you often say wolf in basketball, that man on your back, but just didn't get that shout from his teammates telling him there was a man coming from behind, and that was how they just stabbed that ball back in one possession. But thankfully, Boaz here with some commanding position here for the Eagles.
A losing of possession here once again. Bundy. Now a scoring opportunity available here for the Bruins about 5 minutes in. That one just off. The rain beginning to slow down as well. Fortunately, Romero will try to find Sequeira, who will start the first half as well. Loveland will attempt to run it down. And a thrown opportunity available for Pensacola.
Yeah, you know, Alvin, as a player, and even like, you know, watching professional soccer, a lot of times at halftime they'll use the sprinkler system to wet the surface and just make it a little bit more slick. It causes the ball to zip around the field a little bit more. It makes it a lot better to play those hard passes. And honestly, the Lord has given us a little bit of a sprinkler system tonight. It's allowed us to have a nice wet surface for this game, just due to the intermittent rain, which has been an interesting factor that we didn't quite expect for this evening.
Loveland loses it to Issa. Issa prevents a corner kick opportunity. And he finds his midfielder as well. It's Hutchinson. Hutchinson on a foot race. Lets it fly. Collected by Hickson. I don't think that shot had a chance of becoming a goal. Nonetheless, phenomenal keeping there by Hickson.
Yeah, on this wet surface, yet again, you'll have to be aware that the ball will tend to skip, and it'll kind of act a little bit unruly on the goalkeeper, and he won't quite expect where it's going to go. So we'll have to watch out for that and make sure that the keeper is making comfortable saves. That's as a defender, that should be your goal. You want to make sure that the saves your keeper does have to make are comfortable.
Gaddis with the possession here. And a great ball to set up his teammate. It's number 9, Burkett. Bundy an attempt to clear it to Ndayasaba. He hits the deck, stands up again. And the rain will continue to pour as well.
Yeah, the Eagles just becoming a little unorganized in their attack. You know, they're doing well to win the ball defensively. Just not finding that pass out.
And Hickson with the collection.
Great gather. That ball could so easily pop to an attacker and create some chaos there in the box, but Hickson with some safe hands there to keep the shutout for the Eagles.
And Ndayasaba plays it backwards to Feldman. Loveland with the fight against Issa. Issa holding his ground. With just over 1,000 minutes of playtime this year as well. Reliable outside back for the Bruins. Here's Gaddis being pressured now by Clark. And Ndayasaba wins the challenge. Clark receives it, and he'll play Lima. And Lima offsides in that attempt.
That's a very tight call right there, Alvin. That was, you can tell, I think, by a little bit the fans' reaction. That is definitely a controversial one, but you know, that assistant referee has the best view, so we have to trust what he says. But
I've never seen a reaction like that while people hold umbrellas. Quite comical, if you ask me. Nonetheless, an offsides there by Lima, despite him having phenomenal positioning by an assist, or assist potential rather, from Clark. Too strong of a touch. Lima holds his ground. That pass intended to Burkett. Romero try to play it safe here. We'll play it back to the keeper. He'll play it forward to De Silva. De Silva with a fancy pass to find Romero.
Yeah, it was composed by the back line, but in the end just didn't make the right decisions there on the ball.
Issa locking down that right side, making it rather left side, making it very difficult for Loveland to create. Loveland in the corner. Sekira. We get past his man. Shot on the way. Provenzano with the collection.
Man, yet again, you can see an example of how that ball can just skip off the turf and be unpredictable. So definitely a great gather there by the goalkeeper. It's a good shot there from Sekira. I'd like to see more of that. Just being willing to take the risk. Sometimes you need that.
Very dangerous there for the Bruins. Here's the pressure as well by Romero. Deflected as well by Bryant. Burkett.
Yeah, and that's great defending there by Bundy. He stepped up and he tried to win the ball, but just didn't get the right bounce. But he worked hard to track back, and the ball came straight to him. Because of his hard work, was able to clear it out. It's great work there by Bundy, who's put in a good shift today so far.
Bruins in the midfield with space here. It's Rise Solomon, who had plenty of surface area. Defender hits the turf. Open opportunity, skied very high. And it's deflected, creating a corner kick opportunity for the Bruins.
Yeah, that was, regardless of if there was a touch or not, De Silva did well to close down the space and prevent that shot from being more dangerous than it could have been.
Now a corner kick opportunity as the rain continues to scatter here on Eagle Field. Goes to the left post, batted back as well. Well defended by the Eagles, creating a long throw-in opportunity. Now coming into the game once again, number 21, Fiston Issa. He will enter the contest for number 19, Rise Solomon. David Issa with a long throw-in opportunity with sheets and layers of rain potentially blocking his vision. Gets it into the box, skied high. Hickson recovers it.
You know, I mentioned in that first half, Alvin, that the Eagles were doing a great job of winning those 50-50 balls. Hold that
Is Clark
thought.
on bounds? He is. Gets past the keeper, and a goal for Jackson Clark! Oh, man! Jackson Clark with goal number 6. Oh, man! In the midst of the rain and the weather inclination, Jackson Clark, the sophomore that's local, gets one into the back of the net. The fancy finish as Provenzano was at his position. And look at the student section going crazy. Oh, man!
Man, Alvin, that was such a good through ball there. I don't even remember who cleared that ball because I was not expecting that to become an opportunity. Seemingly out of nowhere, just a great clearance up the field that Jackson Clark looking for those opportunities as a good striker should. He only gets a couple touches toward goal on every game, and he took great advantage of there, just lifting that ball over the outcoming goalkeeper and just stroking it right into the back of the net, man. What a finish there by Clark.
What a narrative there. The hometown kid, a very well sought out recruit for Coach Joseph Lewas as well. 34 goals, 10 assists as a senior at Tate High School. Even did a little bit of kicking while he was at high school for the football team. The hometown kid makes it a 1-0 game in the midst of the rain. And now the Bruins with a bit of pressure here.
Yeah, and both teams after that goal, Alvin, which is very interesting, coming together for a huddle. You know, obviously you see that a lot from the team that concedes the goal, wanting to come together, regroup, and maybe put together more organized play in the next couple minutes. But the Eagles, sensing that, you know, they can get too excited by the circumstances, coming together for a huddle as well, organized by their captains, just saying, you know, let's play our game. Let's not get too wrapped up in the moment. Let's continue to be putting in the hard work that we've been putting in. Hopefully that can reflect in the play the next couple minutes.
And a bit of miscommunication. Now the clearance by Hickson. A strong touch by Veldman. Holds his own as well. Sekira finds Romero, nearly almost let it go out of bounds. And another opportunity nearly available. And the fourth time as well, Loveland shin guard comes out of his socks. Oh man, we need to keep a record of that one, Caleb.
Yeah, that's a great stat to have, honestly.
I put my laptop momentarily away. So I wasn't able to see who assisted that goal. Go ahead and pull it out again. Hopefully the rain continues to stay away here as well. Caleb.
Yeah, no, the rain hasn't been too much of a factor. The teams are still playing good possession soccer. You know, often when the rain's coming down, you often see the first thing to go is the sharp, short passes. But both teams doing a great job of continuing that possession and still playing a good game of possession soccer. So it's good to see there.
Is that a near another opportunity? Provenzano getting tested again.
Yeah, I think Lima just saw there that the possession they'd been having was a little chaotic, not too confident in that, and just chose to take the safe option, kind of let their Eagles reset. They've been doing a great job of organizing defensively from top to bottom, all the way from Jackson Clark up top to Boaz in the back. You know, they've been doing a great job of staying organized. Like to see that continue, and I see that Lima's recognizing that as well.
That was Clark's 6th goal of the season. He had 10 for his freshman year last year. And De Silva with a phenomenal stop. The Bruins wanting a hand called there. And then Diasaba losing the matchup there against Seeley.
Yeah, and Diasaba just a little bit too loose in possession there, but a good fight there from both sides as far as that physical battle goes. The referee just seeing a small infraction there from Diasaba. Just wanted that ball back a little too badly.
Great defending there by the Bruins. Now Sekira with the ball. Can they set up Clark again? Is he in bounds? Rather onside. I keep saying in bounds. Like it's basketball. I'm so sorry. Which the Eagles season does start here pretty soon, which I'm really excited for, Caleb.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be fun to have all the sports going at the same time. And
you'll be a busy guy.
Will be, but it'll be good to cheer on the Eagles in every sport. It'll be a fun time, but right now I'm pretty locked in on this game, I got to say.
As we mentioned, that was goal number 6 there for Clark, and that's assist number 1 for Nathaniel Hickson. That's pretty impressive.
So that ball was from Hickson.
Yeah,
okay.
I believe so.
All right, good for him. That's awesome. I mean, just having the vision to see Clark on the run. That's incredible. And that's exactly what you want, a keeper who's confident with his feet and able to play a good through pass even if he needs to. So it's really awesome to see from Hickson.
That's a ball intended for, and Diasaba gets a foot on it. Now he's inside the box, gets past the first man, the cross, available, nobody home, now on the foot of Issa.
Man.
And a quick counter attempt off the back foot of Bundy.
Really disappointing to see how that attack fizzled out. I mean, Ndayasaba doing great work on this left-hand side, beating his defender. I believe I might have seen a Rabona cross. I'm not entirely sure about that, but either way, putting in a great cross and just nobody wanting to put the effort in to run, get up there for that.
Great attempts there by the Bruins. And now a corner kick available now for the Bruins.
Subbing in for the Eagles, number 7, Nicholas Clark.
Clark come into the game now for Loveland. And Clark actually turning 21 today. The junior from Chesapeake, Virginia. Happy birthday to you, Nicholas Clark.
Be a great birthday present to come out of here with a win today, I have to say.
Great defending there by the Eagles. Ball sent inside and batted back there as well by Boaz da Silva.
You can always rely on Boaz for one thing, and that's a good clearance. And putting in 2 pretty decent clearances there.
And that's a challenge there by Sekira.
I think the Eagles just getting a little too greedy there, really wanting to win that ball back. And, you know, I understand, but you've got to be composed there. You have to win the ball back the right way, or else you're going to give up dangerous opportunities like this one that the Bruins have.
Now a chance for either a set piece or even a chance to equalize from the free kick itself. Now back available for the free kick. That's number 17, Bucky Provenzano. Shot on its way, and a goal for Provenzano! The equalizer!
Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, Alvin, they gave up a dangerous opportunity for seemingly no reason. You know, they had a lot of defenders between the ball and the goal and just gave up an unnecessary free kick opportunity to the Bruins. But, man, did a great job of stepping up and just playing that ball over the wall, finding the dip right into that corner. And you see Jacob Bundy there just coming up to Hickson saying, man, there's not much you can do about that one. He got a good hand to it, but that was an excellent free kick, hard one for a goalkeeper to stop.
Well, obviously about 100 yards away, but he potentially did get a hand on it. But Provenzano now with 4 goals on the season, along with 4 assists, has started in 8 games out of the 14 they have played so far this year. Now we have a game now.
Absolutely. I know we were talking at halftime, and we both mentioned we'd be a little disappointed if the game finished 0-0. So a lot of excitement in the second half, some good opportunities, and some goals as well. Be interested to see how these teams respond now after the second goal of the match.
Provenzano, either his brother or his cousin, don't know the relation there, the keeper with the collection. 1 goal by Bucky, another one there by Jackson Clark. With a lot of soccer remaining as well for either team to break the equalizer.
Absolutely. 25 minutes is a long time, Alvin, especially as you come down to these last few moments. Both of these teams will be really anxious to steal that winning goal. So these last 25 minutes might crawl by for both teams.
Now here's a chance again now for the Bruins. Players slipping and sliding everywhere. Now a pass distributed to the right back post. Shot on its way. And wide right, but a phenomenal effort there by the Bruins.
It's a well put together attack. Switching the field of play, finding a different focal point for that attack. It's a great effort there by the Eagles. Or sorry, by the Bruins. Just great attack right there.
A ball sent there by Bundy. Clark gets to it first. Clark gets past his man, Shot on the way, Provenzano, open goal, cross. Is anyone home? No, Securita with the shot! Deflected off the chest of a defender.
Absolutely insane right now, Alvin. So many opportunities, but the Eagles building some quick momentum. I mean, the Bruins obviously having a couple good chances, even after they put in the equalizer, you know, testing Hickson back there in goal, but quick momentum swing here for the Eagles. Off of, again, another quick attack, finding Clark on a through ball who's doing well to create, not just put the goals in the net.
To Silva with the clearance. Now here's Issa. Has it on his foot. And Hickson with the collection. Quickly to Ndaya Saba. Now given to Romero. And that's ricocheted off of Romero.
That's great effort there by Romero. You know, not a lot of numbers there, not a lot of advantage there from that attack on this near side, but did well to press, didn't give up on that. Did well to win a deep throw. You know, we mentioned those deep throws as far as attacking throws, but even, you know, a team that finds themselves in their own half with a deep throw in can easily create a turnover high up the field, so they're just as dangerous as those high throws for the other team.
1-1 so far to score. 2 beautiful goals so far in this game. How will the equalizer get broken, if it does get broken? Now here's number 17 here for the Bruins, Bucky Provenzano, with a free kick opportunity. Here's a cross, and De Silva ricochets it off of Bundy. That could have been dangerous. Provenzano with a goal against Trinity College of Florida, of Jacksonville rather. Truett McConnell, as well as a 10-0 win. 1 goal against Carolina Christian. Here's a corner kick opportunity. Securita gets it out. And the Eagles respond back quickly. Clark tries to find Ndaya Saba.
Man, that was so close to a really dangerous through ball there from Clark. Just barely deflected, getting the Bruins possession back, but Ndaya Saba doing well to be a threat on this near side, making a lot of creative and dangerous runs, causing some confusion here in the defense for the Bruins. Yet again, the Eagles pressing high, very organized, winning the ball back.
Good touch there by Romero. Now on the foot of Bryant. And the ball intended for Lima. Great run. Don't know if he was onside or not. Nonetheless, ball in the hands of Provenzano. My apologies for the mispronunciation of his name. Just under 20 minutes remaining in this game. Issa doing a great run here. And a handball there inadvertently by Bundy.
I can't help but think, Alvin, sorry, that is due to the conditions a little bit. You know, the wet field causing missed touches here and there. I know the Eagles have made a couple, like you said, inadvertent handballs. Wondering if that's caused by the conditions. It'll be something that both of these teams will continue to adapt to as the match progresses.
Provenzano. Net ball deflected there by Hickson. Set up a corner kick opportunity now for the Bruins. A potential now to break the equalizer. They've been on a 2-game losing streak, losing senior night against Johnson and Wales on the ring ceremony for the 2024 championship run. Here's the corner. And deflected off of Hickson. And the equalizer is broken. 2-1 Bruins.
A lot of confusion there in the 18-yard box. Eagles did well, I thought, to initially clear the ball. Hickson with an incredible stop there at first, but just not quite enough to keep the ball out of that chaos. He just wasn't able to hold on to it. But
And that's a Rednick there for the goal off the rebound. That's his 7th goal of the year. Tied now with Jackson Reinhardt. Great job being available there. And as we mentioned in the pregame, the Eagles haven't beat the Bruins at home since my freshman year, the 2019 season. Still a lot of soccer left. But Caleb, how can you keep the intensity now being down 2-0, rather 2-1? Both of those goals happening in a rather quick fashion as well. We've seen the Eagles make comebacks as well.
absolutely. And I will say, against a team like Bob Jones in this game, the Eagles are always going to be motivated to go forward, to score, to be aggressive. And having the Bruins come in, score 2 quick goals here in the second half after, what seemed like a very triumphant first goal from the Eagles, having those 2 quick goals in succession, that's going to really light a fire under the Eagles, I'm sure, who will be looking to press high as they have been all game and look to steal the ball high up the field and create some opportunities. I mean, the Eagles' goal coming kind of out of nowhere off of a chance and opportunity from a through ball.
And Bryant. And another free kick opportunity allotted here for the Bruins. Both of their goals on set piece opportunities. One a free kick by Provenzano, and the second a rebound, which finds the foot of Rednick.
Yeah,
once again, Bucky behind this free kick opportunity as well. And a 3-1 lead for the Bruins make this a very difficult comeback to either equalize or even advance pass as well. Provenzano, and deflected quickly by Hickson.
Another great stop there by Hickson. We mentioned how him and goalkeeper Hammond have been almost splitting time this season. Hickson's proving today, I would say, why Coach picked him. He's done a great job of shot stopping as well as being comfortable on the ball most of the time. So he's definitely proven today why he should be selected. So it's been a great game here from Hickson so far.
There's a long ball as well. Clark loses the battle with the outside back here. The Bruins looking to counterattack here quickly. Here's De Silva, keeps possession. And De Silva finds Romero. That's a ball available there for Clark.
Yeah, just a little unlucky there. The ball from Romero was a good ball. Found Nicholas Clark over there in a good space, but seemed to just be a little too heavy. Clark couldn't maneuver around his defender. But great play there from Boaz yet again, just striding through the field, making a good opportunity out of it.
Rambler out of the game in for number 9, Noah Burkett. And Loveland back into the game as well for Nicholas Clark for potentially the most important 15 minutes remaining in this game.
Absolutely. Both of these teams will still be pushing to score more goals and create chances. So this game's going to probably remain pretty wide open for this last 15 minutes, which will make for a very exciting watch.
Throw in here for the Bruins. And forward to Clark. Sets up Loveland. And Diasaba streaking towards the box. The cross, no one home, and cleared by the Bruins. Will the official go to his pocket here? He won't. And infraction give it instead.
Yeah, having that foul occur so far off the ball, it's definitely got the referee giving him a lot to think about. But important, no yellow card there. No yellow cards distributed in this match yet, even though the intensity is so high. It's interesting to see that from the center official, who I would feel has called a very good game, has been even and done a very good job of keeping things contained.
Takira. Shot no good. Now the Eagles look to regroup here offensively. Another shot given, and Diasaba there. And Provenzano, the collection.
Man, crazy couple minutes here in this game. You'll have a couple of minutes of this, possession from either side, and then the game will just come to life. A couple opportunities in quick succession coming for both teams.
De Silva plays it backwards. Right back to De Silva. Romero with a ton of space there on the end line, rather touch line. Clark and Gaddis. Gaddis wins the header there. And great touches to keep the possession as well. For number 19 for the Bruins, Rise Solomon. This game had a very quick and offensive second half. The Eagles in the 58th minute of this half with a 1-0 advantage. Provano at the 65th minute with the tie. Hickson with the collection.
I believe the referee is calling an advantage call on a foul committed after the ball left this near side, awarding a free kick to the Bruins. Very interesting call there, Alvin, from the referee. Not really sure what he saw, but either way, nearly a corner kick opportunity or similar for the Bruins.
Here's Burkett. Bruins broke the equalizer with the corner kick. Urednik available, and a yellow card being distributed as well. Don't know who to specifically. That'd be given to the Eagles bench. I believe one of the players on the coaching staff being not awarded, that's not the correct terminology, but given a yellow card. Sent inside. That hits the spectators. About 10 more minutes remaining for either an equalizer or break of the equalizer here. Bundy plays it backwards, a dribbler. De Silva will move into space here and play Romero. Gaddis interrupts the offensive opportunity for the Eagles. Solomon.
Yeah, this match starting to become a little disorganized from both sides here, Alvin. The possession not as clean, not as pristine from either team. Eagles might prove me wrong here. A couple good passes.
Can a cross come? No. Provenzano with a great collection. I don't think that was going to be a goal. But Indiasaba available on that left post.
Yeah, that seems to be the Eagles' go-to, especially in the second half. Finding that right side to be their main source of exploitation, and then Indiasaba on that backside. Often, like you said, available for those crosses.
Indiasaba the cross! And Loveland with a touch there. But now a corner kick opportunity available here for the Eagles. De Silva making his trot towards the box here. And potentially the most important corner kick of the half. Here's Romero. And the shot with power, no good for Christensen. He has 1 goal this season against Toccoa Falls College.
I'm not so sure if that was intentionally given to Christensen's feet right there, but I mean, he found himself at the top of the area with a ball coming right to his feet, chose to just take it right out of the air. It's a good technique, just couldn't quite keep it as low as he needed to on that shot.
De Silva wins the challenge. The Bruins offense looking to work again. Time not of the essence here for Pensacola Christian.
I'm sure the Bruins in these last 7.5 minutes, they're going to be looking to waste as much time as they can. You'll probably start to see them starting to kick a lot of the balls away or take their time restarting after a throw-in or free kick, something similar.
And a ball available. The Eagles with numbers, and Indiasaba gets a foot on it. Crosses. Loveland keeps possession. Sekira with the shot. Wide right. No chance on that shot. Loveland holding the ball in the middle, doing a great job maintaining possession. But was there an opportunity potentially for a shot there, Welch?
I'm struggling with that because Loveland found himself with his back to goal in the 18-yard box. Obviously, the defender is going to be right on his heels, so it's hard to blame him for holding that ball. You know, he's just trying to keep possession in that instance. But definitely that was the factor that allowed that tack to burn out for the Eagles.
Eagles continue to work on that right side. Clark receives it. Clark goes inside. The Eagles with numbers here. Cross inside. Nobody available. Now 5 minutes remaining. And the ball played forward. And Indiasaba available. 2 guys going towards him. An infraction recognized there by the center official. As I mentioned, time not of the essence here for the Eagles to potentially look to either add another tie instead of another loss.
Absolutely. Eagles are definitely, you can sense the urgency in their team, creating a lot of really good opportunities. I will say for a team that's down, you know, like the Eagles are in this situation, they're doing a great job of not resorting to the long over the back line type of a ball. They're resorting to playing their game, playing those shorter passes, finding the weak points in the defense and exploiting those, causing a lot of chaos for the Bob Jones defense.
Ball deflected there by Loveland. A goal kick awarded to Provenzano. Now at the 85th minute of the match. Now Rambler looking to come into the game here. Now 5 minutes on the game clock. Provenzano back for the kick. Ball sent towards the midfield. Bryant plays it backwards to Bundy. Ball moved forward to Indaya Saba, the intended target. Clark receives it off his chest. Great 1-2 there by Sekira. Here's the cross, which is batted back. De Silva with the miscues. Now a one-on-one opportunity with Ramler and De Silva. And De Silva wins the challenge.
Great defending there by De Silva. He made the mistake up there at midfield. Just allowed the ball to work past him. Just misjudged it a little bit, but great effort to work back. Did well to just slide in front of that attacker and work that ball off of him. Great effort there.
Now 4 minutes remaining. Sekira moves it forward, finds the foot of Issa. The Bruins potentially looking for goal number 3 here. A great run here as well by number 27, Jackson Reinhard. Now a chance here for the Bruins, and they miss it wide left.
Yeah, that's a weak spot. The Bruins did well to find that on that through ball, but it's a very weak side on the Eagles defense right there.
Now Fiston, Issa, my apologies, prepares to check in for Solomon. Comes a big boot there for Hickson. Romero the throwing opportunity. Now just 3 minutes remaining. Clark receives it off his chest. Surrounded by 3 defenders. Loses it. And somehow the Bruins keep it in bounds. And a clearance here to waste time. Ball given inside to Clark. Clark turns around with a shot. Provenzano collects the slow roller.
Bit of a hopeful strike there from Clark, who's honestly, I'm assuming is hoping for a bit of a graceful deflection for the Eagles, but in the end, not enough.
De Silva with the head forward. Sekira with the possession as well. And a yellow card distributed.
Yellow card has to be a stoppage. Anytime the referee hands one of those out, he's not going to allow that quick free kick.
And a yellow card given to the person who scored the first goal for the Bruins, Provenzano. Now Sekira back for the free kick opportunity. And he's the lone back as well. Here's the big boot here. This creates a long throw-in opportunity now for Pensacola Christian. Now just breaching 2 minutes remaining in the game. Sekira with a strike, which is deflected as well.
A lot of pressure here from the Eagles, creating a lot of opportunities in dangerous positions. They'll definitely need to capitalize. Last 2 minutes, Alvin. A goal would be absolutely massive for the Eagles.
We mentioned the equalizer broken last game against Freed-Hardeman University by a Romero corner kick. He sends one again. De Silva had a head on it. Up in the air again. No good.
Alvin, there's so much going on in that box. I can't even tell. A lot of pushing and shoving, but man, hard to tell who even was on that final header.
The center official stopping the clock, preventing the Bruins from potentially milking any time away the conclusion of this game. A win for them would break a 2-game winning streak. Rather, 2-game losing streak. As they prepare next Saturday to play against Toccoa Falls College. Next Saturday at 6 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. Just under 5 minutes remaining, rather a minute remaining. And we're well into the Bruins attacking third. And the clock stopping as well. The Eagles win the possession here. The clock stopping again, I believe now for a medical incident. And into the game now, I believe Jamison Jones.
Subbing in for the Eagles, number 5, Jamison Jones.
I believe for the injured Romero. And no, Romero's still in the game. I have no clue who's injured on the sideline. Romero for the throw-in. The Bruins win the possession here. And they'll look to milk as much clock as possible. Now 25 seconds remaining. Clock stops again. No, it doesn't. Ball sent forward. No blue jerseys in sight. And just like that, the Bruins continue to have dominance at home. At least the Eagles home. 2-1 to final. The Eagles strike first in this matchup. But the Bruins respond quickly to now improve to 5-7-2.
Yeah, this was definitely a match, Alvin, of a lot of missed opportunities. I know both teams had them, but obviously the Eagles will be the team most focused on those missed opportunities. In this second half, Alvin, so many goals that they could have scored that would have allowed the scoreline to be a little bit different. But in the end, Bruins come out on top, and they just finished one more opportunity than we did.
The rankings potentially remaining the same as far as the number 1 in the region and number 2 in the region. Who knows what the coaches poll will say as it comes out normally Monday at 12 o'clock on their social medias. Despite the loss for the Eagles, a valiant effort, a phenomenal goal as well for Jackson Clark to get number 6 to his stats this year. Puggy Berzano, as well as Orednik with 2 goals to seal the deal for the Eagles, Caleb.
Yeah, definitely some good chances created by the Bruins, as I said, and good finishes by both of those guys, both Provenzano and that second goal provided by
Orednik.
Orednik, yes.
Yes.
But great finishes, good opportunities created by the Bruins in the end. Proved to be enough for the Bruins.
The Bruins will face off against Chautauqua College as well as Toccoa Falls for the next 2 games. The Eagles' next few games will be against Trinity College of Jacksonville, Florida College, and Weber International. Fans at home, thank you so much for tuning in. And once again, we will see you guys next week.